So keep in mind, I'm going to give you a story. Hear me out. I'm going to give you a story, man. Hear me out.
What's so serious? Let's get it, man. Lanes. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Serious. What's so serious? Serious. Just calm down. Let's get it, man. Lanes. Serious. Lanes. Serious. Lanes. Serious.
All right, so first things first, as you see, I got my headset on because I just got off the phone. Time. Being an owner-operator, you have an advantage over if you hire a driver is because your time, right? And what I mean by that is you kind of can, now hear me out, you kind of can wiggle your way with time or whatnot, but time is still against you depending on where you at in this actual trucking market, all right? And what I mean by that, time is very much essential. So what I have done, because I have learned numerous routes in this year of being on the road, is what's acceptable and what's not, what market is hot and what's not. Now, mind you, the market is still shaky, but when in this time, I was able to figure out what works with my schedule so I can go to the gym, right? So I can go to a Walmart, because you got to think about it. When you on the road and you know, quote unquote, have a deadline to get to these shippers. Now, that's another thing as well. Some of these brokers, they do throw cap at you, right? When it comes to, oh, well, you got until such to pick it up. And you, I've done it many times. I've done it many times. And I probably still do it now. But truth be told, if you just pick up the phone and you call the shipper or receiver to check their shipping and receiving hours, it saves you a lot of headache. And what I notice is the brokers, they play with you because, I get it. Sometimes they're burned by carriers that are full of S, right? So that's the thing you want to be belligerent about, that I have learned. Belligerent. Why so serious? That's one of the things that you want to be aware of. Is time. Time is very much essential. The second thing that I can honestly say, what I learned is, make sure, and I mean this so much, make sure that you have your logs, your truck, everything is in line. So keep in mind, I'm going to give you a story. Hear me out. I'm going to give you a story, man. Hear me out. I have had 5-6 inspections while being in this box truck, okay? 2 of those inspections was level 1. I had one in Arkansas, level 1, and I'm gonna give y'all some free game, because there's a lot of people that do level 1 that have received level 1 inspections and they don't know this. So level 1 inspection in Arkansas, and then I had a recent level 1 in February in Oklahoma, which is the worst state by far. Well, a lot of truckers don't like to roll through Oklahoma. And I know why, but again, if you have everything squared away, you have nothing to worry about. So hear me out. When I say everything in line, meaning your logbook, meaning your truck, and what I mean by your truck, if your truck looks raunchy, let me tell you something. That's a sign for a DOT officer to come and get you, okay? Because they're going to assume perception that you're not taking care of the things you need to take care of. And I get it. You may say, oh, well, I came out of a snowstorm and da-da-da-da-da, and then the salt was all on my truck and I didn't have time to wash it. Okay, that's cool. No problem with that. That's an easy inspection for you for a win, okay? No problem with that. But if you're trying to avoid, and sometimes in some cases you can't avoid it, right? Because what I learned is not to listen to a lot of people as far as, oh, well, you're in a box truck, DOT is not worrying about you. That's a lie. That is a complete lie. If you are in a commercial vehicle, you are prone to get yourself pulled over and have an inspection, all right? Now, I'm going to show y'all this. As you can see, this is my temporary tag. This is my level 1 inspection saying that I passed, okay? Now, I want y'all to understand this. Understand that when you have a level 1 inspection, hear me out. When you, repeat with me, when I have a number 1, level 1 inspection and I pass, I need my sticker, Mr. DOT officer or Mrs. DOT officer. A lot of y'all getting these inspections and y'all don't know that y'all are rewarded with a sticker. Now, what that sticker, quote unquote, does, if I stand corrected, is 3 months. You have 3 free months where they're not going to even touch you, or they shouldn't touch you. They should not touch you. It's all debatable. To me, it's a political thing or whatnot. You know, hey, well, I'm going to reward you with a sticker, but most of y'all don't even know. So, yeah, excuse me. Most of y'all don't even know. And the reason I know is because I ask questions. You have to ask questions. I don't care. I'm not saying you got to be friendly with the officer and all that other stuff. I'm not saying nothing like that. But this is your business. If you are owner-operator, this is your business. If you are working for somebody else, you probably don't give 2 F's if they got a sticker or not, right? But at the end of the day, when this is your business, you're going to go through any means to make sure that you are properly equipped with the proper information, okay? I'm just putting it out there, okay? So take what you want with that. But if you do a level 1 inspection, make sure that you request for your sticker, all right? Don't just get a level 1 and you passed and then you on about your business. Oh, I passed. Okay. Well, here come another one within 2 months. Or here come another one you go between another state line and they want to pull you over for another inspection, okay? That's what I noticed. All right, y'all. So we are driving to another. What's so serious? So we are driving, as you can see, on the actual front screen. You know, I decided I'm trying to mix it up. As y'all know, I've been, like I told y'all before, I just, like, if I was to do this, how would I do it, right? So we gonna drive and talk, right? If y'all can hear me, hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm gonna try to amp this volume up and get all the little wind and rain stuff out of the actual video. But another thing that I learned, and I want y'all to understand this. Another thing that I learned is that, and this is my opinion, my experience. So I wouldn't say take it with a grain of salt. I would say take it from somebody that's doing it, right? Because it's a lot of people that may tell you do this, do that, do this, do that, and they haven't even done it, nor have they attempted to do it. So what I'm saying is, I have experienced meeting other individuals that overhead is way much cheaper than mine. So what that means is, yes, everybody's complaining, don't take cheap rates, don't take cheap loans. Okay, cool. But at the same time, everybody's situation is different. That's what I learned. I learned that my situation is different. My situation was different when I first got into the industry, right? And what I mean by that, if you don't know, I started off renting out trucks. I went from a rental with budget. I switched out another truck because I had an issue with that truck. Switched out to another budget truck because I had an issue with that truck. And then I end up doing like a kind of like a lease type deal with my guy Kirky Fresh. Shout out to Kirky Fresh. Make sure y'all subscribe. On Track Trucking. But in the midst of that, what I have learned is that everybody's situation is different. So when I came in with the rental truck, right, I had to bust my butt every week by week, because guess what? Even with Kirky Fresh, and I haven't even put out those videos. I need to figure out how to put out the video. Probably might do like a flashback or whatever, because I do have old recordings. But what I'm saying is, every week by the week, I had to work. I had to work to make that weekly payment. It wasn't no, oh, well, you know, you can do this or you can do it. No. I had to bust my butt times 10. So when I got out of the rental and leasing and I purchased my own truck, company truck that is, not my truck, but company truck, let me put it out there. What's so serious? My anxiety and stress level went down. So guess what? I wouldn't say I didn't have to work hard, because the work hard ethic comes with this industry, if you got it or not. But what I'm saying is, I didn't have to say, oh, well, I got to get this because it's high paying. Oh, I got to get, no. Because what I noticed is, again, for example, hear me out, put in the comments if I'm wrong, when you get those loads going to Florida, and I'm speaking as far as within the straight box truck, when you get those loads that's going to Florida, or that's going to Colorado, or that's going to Washington, it's cool going in, but what do you have coming out? And that's what I learned. I learned that it's just not about right now, it's about, okay, the plan for the next day. And now I'm not saying book a load for the next day, because again, when you book a load for the next day, what I notice is the brokers, they try to get that load covered for the cheap, because they're like, okay, I'm gonna try to get ahead of the curve. And the reason why I say this is because I booked a load a day ahead, and that was my learning lesson. And I'm like, it's a good paying load, but I know I can get more. I know I can squeeze more. But at the same time, I was like, man, I don't know. So when I was negotiating with the broker, he told me, hey man, I still got one more day to cover this load. He literally told me, he was bold enough to tell me, I still got a day to cover this load. I don't have to book it right now. I'm not in a rush to book it right now, is basically what he was saying. Long story short, because I wanted more, he wanted a fixed price based upon what he had posted on the board, and it was for the next day. I was going to be in the area the next day. So guess what I did? FOMO, fear of missing out. I went on ahead and booked it, right? Not knowing what was going to happen tomorrow. And you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow in this industry. But my whole point in saying that and bringing it up is everybody's situation is different. So some people may do well booking a load $1 a mile, because their cost per mile may be 88 cents or 80 cents, right? So if they booking a load for $1 a mile, they still make a profit. And it sounds weird and it sounds strange, and I get it. I understand. Everybody want to maximize the bang for their buck. But this other guy, cost to run is cheaper than your cost, my cost. So again, y'all can fault people for, well, you're the cause of this and that. It's a lot of finger pointing, but at the end of the day, another point that I'm gonna make is, I don't know if this is 3 or 4 or whatever. I don't know. I'm just going off the ripple now. Now we just gonna release the Kraken. What I have noticed is that, hold on, give me a second. I lost my train of thought. What was that? It's been a while since I've been recording. I forgot. My mind is focused on a whole other thing. Oh, there you go. Being able to adapt. I can't tell y'all how many individuals that I meet that keep on talking about, last year or year before last, man, I was getting such. Okay, but do you realize they're not giving that right now, or the rates is not right there right now? So what you gonna do? And what I notice is a lot of people, they don't know how to adjust. A lot of people do not listen to me. A lot of people do not know how to adjust. If you don't know how to adjust, you are going to be wiped away. I'm going to repeat. because y'all feelings need to get hurt because it's not all about you, right? I get it, you got a company. Okay, that's another company that's willing to do it, okay? What sets you apart? What you got? Okay, you got one truck. Okay, they got 5 trucks. Okay, who are you? Who am I? That's basically what I'm gonna say. Who are you? Who am I? So what I'm basically saying is, if you don't know how to properly adjust, then you're just gonna roll over and close your doors. Point blank period. That's business. That's what it is. A lot of people do not understand that. And I think that's the most critical part within this transportation industry. Everybody is basing off of last year, year before last. Oh, COVID was, man, I was making this. Okay, it's not there right now. So what you gonna do? You gonna sit up here and complain and keep on saying, oh, well, man, these people taking this cheap rate? Okay, they still gonna take it. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh man, well I'm gonna try to figure out partials. Okay, well let me tell you something about partials. And this is spoken because I have been doing partials since I first got in the industry, because Kirk, is my mentor, right? So he gave me a lot of flourful food for thought. I can't even talk. Food for thought. And what I mean by that is, brokers are catching on to the partials, right? Partials. Again, this is, I guess I'm not really doing my 1 year. I guess I'm kind of, I wouldn't say venting, but I'm putting out realistic things that I have experienced, and and it's so much stuff, and I probably need to do it in another video because this video is probably already long enough. But what I'm saying is, and I'm gonna give you a primary example for this load that I'm going to go pick up right now. Brokers are not trying to give $1 a mile for 2 pallets. Some, I'm not saying they're not out there. Some brokers are willing to pay more than others, right? And you'll look at this guy. Y'all see him hitting on his brakes for no reason? On the phone. I bet you on the phone. Told you. On the phone. But what I'm saying is,
construction was reported on I-20.
Thank you. What I'm saying is, they're not willing to pay $1 a mile for you to put on another freight or whatever to make your quote unquote $2 a mile. Because if y'all don't know what partials is, I'm gonna give a sweet synopsis, right? It's basically when you take 2 different loads, you combine them together, going in a similar or same radius direction, where you can cut your overhead, or not cut your overhead, but pretty much cut your deadhead. Sort of, kind of, right? It's all debatable, right? It's all contingent on the person. Now, in saying that, I have booked a load right now that's 2 stops, 2 drops, going in the same direction. I did not put this partial load together, the broker did. So in my mind, I'm already knowing that they're maximizing value, because they are the broker and they put the load together. So what that basically means is, let's just say I'm picking up in Austin, right? I'm picking up in Austin, and then as I make my way up, I go to Waco. There's another load to pick up. The broker already put both of these loads together. So since they put both of those loads together, they're going to water down the price tremendously, so they can benefit both. And I mean this with the dearest sweetness of my heart. So they can get both maximized profit of the shipping. Okay? Now, I do have another video that I have to put up that I recorded last year about U-boxes, right? That's a whole nother topic. I think I'm gonna separate. Like I said, I got a lot of content. But I wanted to give y'all a little bit of what I experienced between my year of being in a truck as an owner operator in the straight truck, box truck industry, right? I don't say game, I say industry, because it is a business and I treat it as a business. I don't take it as a game. And I think I notice a lot of people, they take it as a game. Let me tell you something, when you invest so much money and you put it all on the line, you're not gonna take it as a game. And and it's not being stuck up, why so serious? It's just the formality that your mindset has to change. Your thought process has to change how you operate. Remember, you have to be willing to adapt, man. Did y'all see that spit? But on the serious note, why so serious? Y'all have to be willing to adapt and be able to change if you're in this industry. And whenever the market decides to flip and it works in our favor as owner-operators or owners of a trucking company, because most owner-operators are not in their truck, just being honest and realistic. Everybody's situation is different. But don't nobody know when. Don't nobody know nothing. And that's why I say, when people say, oh, well, you shouldn't take this, you don't know why they take it. You don't know why. Everybody's situation is different, and everybody get upset. But at the end of the day, you're getting upset, but they still going out to make money, no matter if they break it even or under or whatever it is, they still going out to make money, right? So everybody's going to do what they, quote unquote, need to do for themselves to survive, right? But at the end of the day, it's about making sure that you understand the business. And like I said, that's my whole goal, because transportation is just not about one truck. It's not about two trucks. It's about the industry as a whole. Because I look at transportation as different departments, right? And what I mean by different departments is you have your general freight, you have your construction, debris, you have your garbage, you have your food delivery, you have your reefer delivery, you have your dry. I could go on and on. Now remember, it's been a year. I have learned a lot in a year and more. And I know I can come back and put a whole bunch of a plethora of videos, but now I don't think it's the time for me right now. But I wanted to put this video up because YouTube was gonna ban me, man. They was gonna ban me, man. Nah, they weren't gonna ban me. They was just gonna kick me out the YouTube algorithm. They was just gonna, not the YouTube algorithm. They was gonna take away my monetization because I ain't posted a video in 7 months. So again, that's a business. Guess what? It makes no sense for you to be in our program and you're not willing to try to get people to come to our platform or to stay on our platform. And that's how I look at it. I'm like, all right, well, let me go ahead and drop a video for y'all. Let me go ahead and drop a video where I've been at. Hey, I'm back. But again, I'm going to figure out time see fit because I like recording. I really, really, really like recording. And again, I look at it as I cannot invest as much as I want to bloom something else without putting my fullest to it. And it's no way possible I can record so much stuff while being on a low board. So I'm recording on my phone right now. I should be on a low board right now. That's the example that I give you. I'm always on a low board, when I'm driving, meaning like it's on my handle, my phone holder, right? I don't advocate driving with your phone. What's so serious, But at the end of the day, and again, I book my own loads. I don't pay for dispatching. Again, the whole point is to cut costs, cut overhead. Again, you have to be willing to adapt. And when I came in the industry, I started out booking my load, myself and my wife, actually. Myself and my wife. My wife kind of took a back seat a little bit. She helps from time to time, but majority, I'm booking my load. So that's another thing as well. You have to be willing to figure out a way to cut overhead. My insurance went down. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yes, my insurance went down after a year of being in a truck. It dropped down from, it was right at $2,000. I was paying it right at close to $2,000. So it dropped dramatically by $800. No cap, $800. $800. But anyway, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Stay tuned for a lot of, I don't know. I'm not going to lie to you. At the end of the day, if y'all willing to subscribe. Even my wide body Challengers collected dust. So it's not just you all, as far as quote unquote about the transportation box truck business, but it's also the Scat Pack collected dust. We got to get rid of that. It still costs. We got to get rid of that. So stay motivated. Excuse me. Stay serious. Why so serious?
Let's get it, man.